Hey folks, I'm here. Hope you're well. It's been a while since I've made a little update. It's been a pretty busy couple of weeks. I'm currently selling a bunch of businesses and winding down a couple of businesses. I'm basically trying to streamline my life. I want to be time rich again, and at the moment I'm very time poor. Also, not much has really happened on the markets. So if we have a little look at the daddy, which is Bitcoin. So what I've been saying to my community for a while is that I have been watching these levels. So there's a couple of key resistance levels which I thought we would see further falling down. So the first time I thought we would see further falling was when Bitcoin attacked this level here. As you can see, my little arrow. We had a bit of movement down but quickly rejected. It then busted into this next resistance level basically today. Again, I thought further falling, and the market has completely said no joy, which again, that's absolutely fine. The next key level is that $40,000 level. Now, I am calling bullshit on this rally, definitely. Although the market didn't bounce at these two levels where I thought it may have, I'm still not back in the markets. I'm still sat in cash. I'm actually rebalancing my whole portfolio, so I'm spreading funds into all sorts of different wallets at the moment, ready to pounce. But I don't think it's going to be time to jump back in anytime soon. Now, I've been trading currencies for almost 20 years now, and whenever you see a relatively long, well, not long, or some sort of bear market. Now, this is a short-term bear market. Okay, I have to stress this enough. Lots. This is only a short-term bear market, literally since the end of November. It's not a secular bear market. But long story short, whenever you have a sell-off like this, you don't see reversals. It's very rare to see V reversals. And whenever you see a big sort of dumping like this and then a 45-degree bounce, that's not sustainable, folks. That's not sustainable. Similar-ish to this, where you had a bit of a sell-off, a bit of a pullback, which is sort of like a 45-degree angle. Yeah, they just do not play out. Now, obviously, this one bounced off this level here. Whoopsie, over here, which that one did work a treat. But whenever you're seeing these little pullbacks, they could happen for a while, but they're not natural. So I call bullshit on this big green candle. In order to see a proper resuming of the bull market, you need to see a bit of a bottoming out period. Now, obviously, some of you are probably thinking, well, I call bullshit on you, Siam, because look at Bitcoin over here and here, where we literally did get a bit of a V reversal. And I would agree. The thing with technical analysis is that it's not Mystic Meg's crystal ball. As I say time and time again, it's all about looking for, I guess, the top 3 or 4 likely or probabilistic outcomes, creating a game plan for each probabilistic outcome, and then observing. And so whenever the market moves, and then you go, oh, okay, it was that gameplay, right? And then you act. So you plan the trade the plan. Now, the other thing that's very important to be aware of, this is why I say it's very short term. In fact, it's better if we open up a different chart. Let's open up the Bitstamp one. Let's get rid of all my doodles. So if you open Bitcoin up on the weekly chart, on the logarithmic chart, one thing you can see is that Bitcoin is still very much an exponential tech. So whenever you're looking at a logarithmic chart, a diagonal line from bottom left to top right is exponential growth. And Bitcoin is still very much in that. Obviously, if you just look at the user growth, it's nuts. And if you were to just draw base support, what's happening here? Well, base support is still sticking. It's Bitcoin pretty much has never really properly breached base support on the weekly logarithmic chart, other than here, where it literally did punch. And I guess we're pretty lucky that it didn't actually go proper Pete Tong over here. But what's happening now is simply a pullback to the base support. Markets always, you have to always understand that base support is very important. It's like there's a massive elastic band with the markets, and every time we see an overextension of the markets from its base support, this elastic band always tries to bring it back. It always tries to bring it back, and it normally wins. So the other thing which is sort of holding me back is that not many crypto dabblers look at the weekly chart, let alone the logarithmic weekly chart. And just as a matter of experience, whenever you see very, very obvious patterns on the weekly chart, they tend to play out, folks. And the thing that keeps slapping me in the face right now is this double top. So obviously let's be a bit more accurate than that, Simon, instead of drawing with a fat Mars bar there. So this is very interesting for me. Now, this goes back to one of my videos a while back saying that, the neckline around here should be around sort of 32, and there'll be a nice confluence of support, and it looks like it bounced into that confluence of support. However, we still have this resistance, which, it's just a pullback, folks. It is literally just a natural pullback to resistance, and I still see further falling to come. So let's clear this up. I'm still expecting some sort of attack back around this level here, and Siam's little white holes nearly always get filled. So yeah, that's Bitcoin on the weekly, and I think everyone's getting happy at the moment. Everyone's getting quite bullish. Yeah, I'm happy to be sat in cash right now. I'm eyeing up a few things, but yeah, and also don't forget, just keep on looking at the dollar index. So let's get out of the weekly log. So what's the dollar index doing? Now obviously this is a regulated asset, so I literally can't tell you what I think it's going to do, but all I'm going to do is draw a simple trend line, and looks like markets hit that trend line. I can't say what will happen next. Again, little white hole was filled. Looking at stocks, in fact, yeah, I can't really say what's happening right here. So that's Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Ether. Ether will be doing the same thing, same shizzle. I still think, well, for a start, the white hole got filled, and I think we're going to see again moving back down. What does this mean for some of the degen projects? I have completely jumped out of the Wonderland circus. Haven't been in it for a long time. But yeah, it's until shit stabilizes. I'm not really interested. Yeah, there's not too much going on actually. But yeah, other than that, I'm just waiting for more falling. Right, I hope that helps. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Toodles.